All right. Hey, everyone. Just welcome it again. Welcome again. Welcome again. We got a good interview today with my main man, Merrick Green. Hence the reason why we're rocking green today. I'm hoping that you enjoy our discussion today. So here we go. All right. So I met Merrick Green about 2 years ago, 3 years ago, in Germany when I was stationed in Germany, and getting a chance to meet him, it was a good experience throughout my entire time there. And so I said, I'd like to bring him on and just talk with him about leadership, talk to him about his time in the Air Force, talk to him about the new reality that he's living in Germany, and just so that everyone could really understand and I guess celebrate the guy that I know. So here we go. Welcome to everything, Brother Green. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well, Otis. Thanks for having me tonight. Great to see
Hey,
you again.
yeah, as always, bro. As always, I feel green with envy looking at Merrick Green. I'm just being corny. Don't even listen to me. But I just wanted to say, thank you for coming and just talking and everything like that today about, the different things that we plan on talking about regarding leadership, regarding your time in Europe, regarding, your background in a lot of the things that you're in, the small businesses that you're in as well, and also your transition from being active duty that you are right now to eventually getting out and going into law school. These are things that we kind of share in common, so I wanted to celebrate and acknowledge you on that. So, talk to us about who Merrick Green is. What's your background, where you coming from, and all of that.
All right, so I'm from New Orleans, proud New Orleanian. Grew up uptown. And, it's one of those things we say when you're from New Orleans and you meet somebody from New Orleans. You always ask them where they're from, what high school they went to,
Hmm.
and who their people are. So grew up, went to Warren Easton High School, and then left Warren Easton in 1993. And
Hmm.
then I moved on to the Louisiana State University, 2020 national football champions. And and it was when I was in college that I joined Air Force ROTC.
Hmm.
And it's an interesting story because I almost joined the Army National Guard, but because they wouldn't pay for school and I had to do my MOS school back to back after basic training,
Mm.
and I would miss the fall semester, which meant no football, can't go to any games. I made a life choice to not join the Army.
Wow. So
And
you could have been one of me then.
I
That's
could have been.
hey.
And I remember my MOS was 13 Bravo, which I believe is a combat engineer.
So 12 Bravo is combat engineer. I
Okay.
don't I don't know exactly what a 13 Bravo is. Let me do some research on that
Yeah. No,
as
you're
we're
right.
discussing.
I'm pretty sure it was combat engineer because I was thinking to myself that this would be a cool job, dismantling landmines and stuff
Oh,
like that.
okay. Must have been back then what a combat engineer is, a 13
Yeah.
Bravo.
At
Okay.
least that's what the recruiter told me.
Okay. So what other things you said LSU is where you stopped. So talk to us more.
So LSU is probably where I had the biggest changes in my life.
Hmm.
Made the decision to go into the Air Force, became a member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, made lifelong friends, people to this day that I'm still down with,
Hmm.
that we talk, we have, mutual plans,
Hmm.
mutual friends. Whenever I need something, reach out and call somebody. And then it was on to the Air Force.
And then you on to the Air Force. So in the Air Force, what do you do in the Air Force?
In the Air Force, I'm an air battle manager.
Okay.
And so my first assignment, I flew on JSTARS. It's a joint Army Air Force platform,
Hmm.
surveilling the ground, looking for people moving around on the ground, and did two deployments to Afghanistan,
Hmm.
so OEF and OIF. very eye-opening experiences as a young aviator, way back in the day, like they say back in the now.
So wait, you said aviator, as in you're a pilot?
I'm not a pilot.
What is an
So,
aviator then?
so in the Air Force, you have three rated career fields.
Hmm.
You have pilots, you have navigators, and you have air battle managers.
Hmm.
And so I'm the third, the air battle manager. And the primary job that I have as an air battle manager is like the job title says, is managing the air battle.
Okay.
And on J-Stars, it's a mix of the land and the air domain.
Okay. So you had a chance, I would assume, to do a lot of managing, a lot of coordinating of things that's going on the ground. You said, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what type of lessons, I guess, regarding leadership did you learn during that time?
Probably one of the biggest ones is to be patient.
What do you mean by be patient? What do you mean?
Because things won't always happen exactly when you want them to happen.
Hmm.
You know, in the airplane, you have a limited amount of time, you have a limited amount of gas,
Hmm.
you have to get the mission done, and it doesn't always happen when you want it to happen.
Hmm.
And so we learned a lot to do a lot of communication on the radio, and
Hmm.
we may ask for an effect to happen, and it doesn't always happen immediately. It
Okay.
sometimes takes time. And those life lessons from the jet apply in real life with real life things.
Hmm. Okay. So during your time, over how many years now you said you've been in the service?
On the 21st of May, it'll be 22 years.
22 years.
Yes.
That's dope. Ironically, today is May the 8th, right? 2020.
Hmm.
So 11 years ago, I commissioned as an officer in the Army. And of course,
Wow.
obviously, I'm out of the service, but it was just ironic. I just thought about that. Like, wow, May the 8th. Lincoln University. Shout out to Lincoln University, Missouri again. So, talk to us regarding some organizations and associations that you're a part of, and what are they all about?
Okay, so a member of Phi Beta Sigma.
Hmm.
So I'm the proud president of the Iota Gamma Sigma chapter. I followed up behind another great man as president, yourself.
Hey, shout out to my brothers out there, man. I had a great time out there. Great time.
Yeah, it's always easy when you follow up great leadership. So it
Hey,
was a pleasure working with you here. You made it real easy for the transition.
thank you, thank you.
And so the other organization that I'm in is Toastmasters.
Hmm.
And so I'm a president of the local Toastmasters club here in Germany,
So what's
which is a
Toastmasters? Yeah, what's that?
Toastmasters is a public speaking and leadership club.
Hmm.
And so what we do is we take people who may have a fear of public speaking and give them an opportunity, a venue, a platform to walk in and practice the skills that it takes to communicate. And the other thing we do is it gives people an opportunity to be leaders
Hmm.
in the club with the member roles. And so it's something that you might not get an opportunity to do in your job or some other organizations that you're in. But every meeting that we have, somebody gets an opportunity to lead it, to speak at the meeting, to practice those skills that are necessary to have communication.
Okay. You ever had fear of speaking before at Toastmasters?
At Toastmasters, every time I have to get up to speak, there's a little bit of sweat dripping down my back. I always get nervous.
Why? But why? How do you get over it?
I think I get over it because I like to talk. And I get comfortable in front of people.
Hmm.
I think that's my spot to engage with people, to
Hmm.
make eye contact, to send a message out, and to help people that I meet on their public speaking and their leadership journey.
Interesting. I'm someone who I love speaking, I love performing, I love being in front of people, and Toastmasters sounds like a really interesting organization. Maybe I should look into that one day.
Yeah, you should. And I'll tell you this. So I have some bling I'll show you. So
What's that?
Toastmasters has an international speech competition.
Mm-hmm.
And so this year I decided I got nothing to lose. I'll be leaving Germany this summer. So
Mm-hmm.
let me go ahead and put my speech in the hat and see how well I can do.
Mm-hmm.
So I won at the area level and I came in third place at the district level.
Mm-hmm.
And when I listened to the other speakers at the district competition, I didn't think I had a shot.
Mm.
But I was surprised to come in third and, pleasantly surprised
Mm-hmm.
and, happy about it. And, just glad I gave it a shot.
Okay, so speaking, public speaking is something that I would, endorse to a lot of people out there who's checking out the show. Public speaking could really empower not only a shy child, but it could also empower that child to enhance his or her desire to seek and search out more knowledge, I would say. Because, that shyness, that initial barrier that a lot of people may come up in a classroom, may come up around a professor, may come up around a peer. And if you break through that shyness to allow you to network, to allow you to ask a question that you're not sure of in class, or to allow you to reach out to a professor that may have information that may help you in the long run, I think these are innate skills, basic skills that we should have down packed.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And it's communication at the most basic level.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't communicate what you want, then you won't get it.
Exactly. What's the saying? A closed mouth don't get fed?
Don't get fed. That's
I hear
right.
it. I hear it. So, speaking of speaking, we've got some folks on the timeline, sending shout outs and everything like that. Let me put some of their shout outs on the screen. We've got from Phyllis
Phyllis.
Atkins Johnson. She said, "You do everything." Shout out to you, Phyllis. I appreciate it. We've got Charles Bennett saying, "Proud to say you're my friend, Merrick." Oh, that is good. That is good. We've got Erica Phillips saying, "Congratulations to all your accomplishments, classmate. Thank you for your service." She said classmate, as in LSU?
As in Warren Easton.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I hear you, I hear you. And we've got Kill 'em all. Oh, hey, down in New Orleans, what's going on? He said, playing music helped. What
That's
does he
my
mean by
brother.
that? Oh, okay, okay.
So when I was in high school, I skipped over this. Actually, from the time that I was in fifth grade until the time I graduated high school, I was in the band. And in my family, it is a mandatory thing that you play a musical instrument.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it was time for me to decide on what instrument I was going to play, at the time my brother was playing the trumpet, and I noticed how big his case was,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't want to carry a big case to band, so I played the clarinet. And so from third grade all the way to high school,
Mm-hmm.
I played the clarinet. And interestingly enough, my daughter decided she wanted to be in band.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, it's only necessary and it's in your genes.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was no discussion about what instrument she was going to play.
It's going to be the clarinet.
Yeah.
That's dope. I mean, hey, just want to give you a quick shout out to the Green family. Talented wife. She's smart and she's talented and she's doing her thing in the military too. And talented daughter, great dancer. Obviously now is a musician. Wasn't she the Youth of the Year at Ramstein or something like that?
Yep. I want to say her first year here, she was recognized as the Junior Youth of the Year.
Mm.
Yeah, so at the CDC, and military kids are resilient. We moved from Florida, 2017. She moved to Germany and just kind of assimilated herself in school and a smooth transition.
That's excellent. That's excellent. So let's talk a little bit now about you're currently in Germany. You're currently doing your thing at your job, and I do know you're transitioning, hopefully soon, coming back to the States. But life in Germany, has been affected by COVID-19.
Yes,
So
it
much
has.
so, so much so that a lot of us just aren't aware of how strict it is in Germany versus, say, in the U.S. So, talk to us about the German experience with COVID-19. Maybe one or two scenarios that you've been involved with.
So, you know, from living in Europe,
Mm-hmm.
there are no space limitations.
Mm-hmm.
You're a big guy, I'm a big guy, over 6 feet tall. And it's always amazed me of how you can stand in line, the airport, that grocery store,
Mm-hmm.
and people will just get in your space.
Yeah.
1 meter, what's that? Right, I'm standing right in front of you, and I don't act like I see you.
Mm-hmm.
And so moving here, it's interesting because that goes away. When you moved here, we moved here in 2017. Those space limitations went out the window.
Yeah.
So people would invade your space, your personal space, what we call in America all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And now we've seen to have gotten that back. The 1 meter rule is in effect. And so in the grocery stores, there's signs on the floor that
Mm-hmm.
say, you stand here, you stand here. And the Germans are respecting it. So,
That goes on here in the U.S., but
yeah.
I heard that there was a situation where you could only have two people at a time or something like that in public.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
Everybody just keeps it moving. And so there were no meetups. You know, German people like to drink their beer and wine.
Yes.
So there's none of that. All the restaurants are pushed out to the front of the store. You can pick food up, but you can't stay here and eat it.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, everybody's riding bikes. Everybody's out walking. And so when I say keep it moving, one of the things that happened is a lot of people started exercising. And you know, now the sun's out longer. It's getting a little bit warmer,
Mm-hmm.
and they love the sun here.
Mm-hmm.
So it just naturally happened, and people are out. You can't find a bicycle at the BX. The minute they put it together and put it on the shelf, somebody's snatching it up.
So people have been working out. People have been more outdoors, embracing that sort of thing. I'm
Yeah.
here, I'm here in Texas, and I started working out, not really because of COVID-19, but I think it was the day after Kobe Bryant died. I started running and working out. Obviously, I stopped running because of the big old needle that got in my foot. But
Yeah.
this afternoon, I'm actually going to be running again. Side note, I'm going to be running for Ahmad. Rest in peace, brother Ahmad. Today would have been his birthday, also, by the way.
Yes. The chapter did it this morning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we're 6 hours ahead of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I got out about 6 o'clock this morning, ran about 2.23 miles,
Mm-hmm.
and then the rest of the chapter has been doing the same. And at some point, we'll make our post on Facebook with everybody that supported the run.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. So, talk to us about you're thinking, I'm sure, of what's next in your career. It obviously we can't do military all of our time. I'm evidence of that. So, what's next in the journey of Green?
So what I'd like to do, and I've been seriously considering this, thinking hard about it,
Mm-hmm.
is going to law school. So of all the jobs that I could have after I get out of the Air Force,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's the one that suits me best. Because, you know, my time in the military, I contributed to me being in the service and
Mm-hmm.
being of service to my nation.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would like to continue that by learning about the law and
Mm-hmm.
how to help people who might not understand it and who need help with it. And then because I like to talk, you know, it's just, like I said, it sort of suits me.
You know, it's ironic. I'm also planning on going to law school once COVID-19 just kind of gets out of the way again. Hopefully sooner than later. You know, I've already got all my books ready, and you know, that's the plan. That's the plan moving forward. So, you know, out there, you're gonna have two highly qualified Sigmas to come and bring some jurisprudence to you out there. So
Yeah.
look out for that. So looks like we got some more comments coming in. Let's go ahead and check out some of these comments. We've got Mr. Martin Bernard Prosper. He said, "Proud cousin sitting over there. Yes, sir. Aaron Dudley is talking about, what is he saying? Iron sharpens iron. Glad you're still going strong.
Aaron
Excellent.
Dudley, he was on my first J-Stars deployment.
Mm.
We go way back. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Shout out to you, Aaron.
Chief
And
Dudley.
Chief Dudley. Okay, and now we've got, looks like the first hater to come on the show. Thanks for being a great person, even though you're a Sigma. Hey, Mr. Jacobs, I don't know who you are, but we appreciate those words. And of course, Martin said again, rumble, young man, rumble. You know, it is absolutely motivating to have a network, a family of folks that are out there with the best intentions for you and encourage you to keep pushing and moving forward. Because oftentimes, those of us that are in privilege or up positions, we're here simply because of the hard work and perseverance and the push that we receive from those that brought us up. Won't you say?
Oh yeah, of course. You know, one of the things that I like to think about is when you make it to the top. You know, you're climbing up that ladder. You make it to the top. You always have to turn around, thank the people that helped you get there, and then pull somebody up with you. Too many times, a lot of us make it to the top. We forgot how we get there, and then forget about the people that help us get there.
Absolutely.
Until you need them, and then when you need them,
yeah,
and then they won't be there for you. So you have to constantly, you know, look behind you.
I agree. I agree fully. You know, as a person who came from not the best location, but still appreciated where he came from, I always try to think of being of service to others. You know, I have you know, joining organizations that I'm in, that one of their, you know, highlights and points that they always share is you know, brotherhood, scholarship, and service. And then, you know, being of service to others is absolutely important, I would say. It's the first and foremost thing. So I just want to, you know, give you the opportunity also to think of some other people that may have brought you on up and along. What are some of those life lessons that they implanted into you that you use today as, you know, Lieutenant Colonel Merrick Green?
So I would say be humble.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't be too cocky, because when your legs get swept from underneath you and you're picking yourself up, you want somebody to give you a hand up.
Mm-hmm.
I always like to say create solutions, not problems.
Mm-hmm.
Maya might not say it, that's what I do, because I probably create more problems than solutions in my house. But as a leader and a follower,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you want to make your boss's lives easier.
Yeah.
Right. So when you're in charge, when you're not in charge, don't bring them problems all the time and just, you know, leave it like a hot sack of potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Come with solutions and ways to fix problems.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And what would you say, you know, are some of the things that military has taught you regarding appreciating those that helped teach, coach, and mentored you through your time?
Take care of people.
Yeah.
Because the people in turn take care of you. You don't do this by yourself. You know, you don't succeed and achieve really good success by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And so the people that you work with, you know, make sure you recognize them, that they get taken care of, and you just don't take credit for all the good stuff.
Okay. And what about your time in New Orleans? What lessons did you learn there that's helped you to get where you're at today?
Always follow the second line.
What does that mean?
So in New Orleans, there's a tradition with brass bands, either funerals or people just having parties.
Mm-hmm.
And it's called the second line. And it's a brass band, and it'll go by on the streets, random times, random days. But it's just a big party that happens. And normally, if you're able to catch one, you don't want to just let it pass you by and watch all the people go by having a good time. You want to jump in there and have a good time with them. As with life, have a good time, enjoy it. And so whenever you see that second line coming, regardless of what you're doing, don't let it pass you by. go join it.
Yeah, I would say you're probably one of those people that brought up, enjoying themselves, uh, you know, embrace your inner true self. I would say
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily have to be a ratchet situation or whatever, but embrace your true self. Be for real. Be who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So.
that's why, you ask about Germany and COVID-19.
Mhm.
So one of the things that we started doing, we started hosting a virtual happy hour. You joined, you've been a part of it.
Mhm. Mhm.
And we found that we were able to reach out, check in on people.
Mhm.
Because at first, when we started with the isolation, we really couldn't go anywhere. We couldn't gather as a group. So
Mhm.
we had to find another way to do it. And so we started doing it online. Every
Mhm.
Friday night, everybody shows up. They talk about work. They talk
Mhm.
about what happened. And it's all around good time. And it's good to see everybody.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Brother Merrick, I know today was going to be kind of a shorter episode, so I really appreciate you coming on and just talking with me today. If you've got whatever organizations or associations or events that you got going on, feel free to share and tell us all about it, man, so that people could check it out possibly.
Yeah. So in February, we did our scholarship ball.
Mm-hmm.
And ironically enough, that scholarship ball was a Mardi Gras masquerade ball.
Mm-hmm.
And in Germany, before we shut everything down for COVID-19, that was actually the last big event. It came with a comedian who actually was made here in Germany, Brother Campbell. It came with a second line band, and everybody was like, "How are you going to pull off the second line band?" But we
Mm-hmm.
managed to make it happen. It was a real good time.
Mm-hmm.
And it came with DJ Nola, a DJ that's from New Orleans that lives here in Germany with me.
Mm-hmm.
Good people, real good people. And then the next thing we have coming up is our March of Dimes virtual walk. And so one of our other big things that we do is we raise money for the March of Dimes,
Mm-hmm.
and that's going to happen here in June. So people who are my friends will see the call out go, the people to support us as we try to raise money to make sure we have healthy babies,
Mm-hmm.
strong moms, and
Mm-hmm.
support the cause for the March of Dimes.
Okay. Excellent. So it looks like we got a couple more comments coming in. Let's go ahead and share them. We've got Brother Damian Bates saying, Brother Merrick. We've got Brother Prosper laughing again at some of the comments that were shared. And we've got your brother. He said he wanted to be one of your first clients. No ifs, ands. Hey, that's how family is, man. That's how we
You're
do
right.
it. We embrace him. We love him no matter what. And I would say, no matter what, hey, Brother Merrick, I really appreciate you coming on and talking with me today. You know, I enjoyed my time hanging out with you in Germany. I'm looking forward to you coming back home and running into you again. I'm looking forward to that. And I just want to say thank you for coming out and joining me today.
Oh, Brother Otis, thanks for having me. You have a wonderful platform, man, and I'm proud of you. I'm glad to see you doing big things and enjoying Texas. And I'll meet you anytime in New Orleans because I know you love my city.
I do. I had a great time when I went there. It was a couple months ago. I had a really good time. So I plan on going back down as much as I possibly can. So absolutely.
Yeah, just let me know. I'll take you to 3019 Canal Street, show you where it all happened.
Okay. I saw someone wrote something. They said 1369. Does that mean something?
My cousin in New Orleans, they used to have commercials that use addresses as references in songs, and it's 1369 Tulane.
I got you. I got you. Well, let's take it easy and we're going to talk again. All right, Brother Merrick?
All right, you have a good one, Otis. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. And so Brother Merrick came on and just talked for a little bit. We couldn't have our hour-long show like we normally have, so I really appreciate him coming and talking with me today. And so, as I say in parting every single time, and it's always staying true, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and take care of others. Peace.